Well, this is my brand new rod, my project, my selfish project, to give me a new fishing rod for inshore fishing. I've got a 7.5 foot rod here given to me by one of my real good friends, Alan. He got it from a family member that was flooded during Harvey, and all his rods and reels got submerged in the water and had damage to them. So this is one of those rods, and I'm going to strip everything off of it and use the blank, which is in perfect condition that I can see. Of course, I'm going to use one of my favorite tools. That's my Ryobi rotary tool. Boy, that thing is, I love my Dremel, and I got this thing. I retired my Dremel, and I know some of you are worried about me using it to cut that reel seat off, but I found out when you're removing those what I call ABS or plastic reel seats, it builds up on that fiber disc, and even when I reach the rod, all it does is shine the rod. It doesn't damage the rod whatsoever. So I've got the reel seat off, got all the guides off. I've left the tip top on it, and now I'm working on the EVA grips, the new EVA grips, putting them together. I've got them built, and now I've sized them, and I'll be trying to get them installed. Of course, the first thing I've got to do is put the reel seat on. These reamers that I'm using to size the grips are just great, man. I got them through Amazon. I think I put a picture of here showing what brand they are, but really nice grips, and reamers are just awesome. Now I'm putting the reel seat on. I'm using a lot of epoxy, and yes, there's a lot of tape to put spaces in there, because this is not a plastic. This is a aluminum billet. It's a manufactured seat, spinning reel seat, and I'm really putting a lot of epoxy in there to hold it. Then I mixed up some epoxy, thickened it just a little bit, so I can get that front grip on, and don't use quite as much for that because the grips fit so much tighter, but I do need the adhesive to hold it in place. Boy, I love these grips. They just seem awesome to me. Well, I've got the front grip mounted, as you can see. I've reversed the rod. I've slid the rear seat up in place, and I'm sizing the butt cap now. The butt cap won't go on until the rod is completed. Just too much work to do to put that on right now. Now I'm going to get into the best part. I call it the tedious job because my hands shake so much, but I love marbling. Boy, I think it's just I don't know who invented it, but boy, it is wonderful to me. It just makes a difference. It looks so beautiful. And although you probably wondered, why is that rod a different color? That's the extension that Shakespeare put on there. It's a graphite extension, but it's translucent. I tried putting a black epoxy on it, but I didn't like the way it looked, so I removed it all while it was still fresh. And I'm just going to marble over this translucent, and I think it'll turn out okay. In fact, I know it will. So I got the clear coat on there now. Let that spread and even itself out, and even cure just a little bit. working with the epoxy, same epoxy that I build the kayaks with, because I got so much on hand. Just mix up smaller portions. So there I got my what's called a metallic graphite black. I'm going to be using blue, copper, gold, and white with it. I'm going in with the black epoxy, black graphite first, because it's not a black rod, and I think I want to have more of a black appearance. And I'll fill in with the other colors in a little bit. You say, what pattern do you use? I guess you'd call it helter-skelter, because there's not a pattern. You just daub it on where you think it'll look good and let it spread and do its thing. I guess I've watched hundreds of marbling videos on YouTube, and everybody loves it, and they make the same comment. You cannot reproduce whatever you produce. It just won't copy. You can try it, but it don't happen, because it takes its own mind when it starts spreading. Now I've got most of the video in there speeded up because of the boring attitude of just watching while a guy works on something. This is not that fast. It's a slower speed, but it is sped up just a little bit. You can already see the colors taking hold in it. The area I'm not doing at the back is where the rod butt is going to slip up over it. Boy, I love these metallic colors. Because the theme of the rod is black and blue, I've used a majority of black and blue on it, and then I'm adding in the copper, the gold, and even a trace of white, metallic white, by the way. And it seems to be going good so far. Yes, they're free. They're very cheap brushes, throwaways, but sometimes to me it's just a lot easier to clean the brush when you're doing this marbling and keep using it. So on this one I'll probably use 2 different brushes instead of using 5 or 6. Yeah, and I've only got like 300 of them. Got them bottled up. I'm loving my new chuck that I built for turning the rod. I got a film clip somewhere showing perfect alignment. I mean, you just the new chucks that you can buy with their screw tightening, the way the method they tighten, you get very perfect mounting. The rotation there's no wobble to it at all, and this rod has no wobble. And I'll show you in a minute when I put a 90-degree angle on that thing. I put that white on there, and boy, and the white just went wild. Now, people see me with the heat gun out, and the first question is, are you trying to dry it? No, I'm not trying to dry it. When you heat and I've got it on low heat. When you heat the epoxy, it thins it. Although when you put it on a boat in a hot atmosphere, it cures faster. But what I'm looking for is thinning the epoxy so that the rotation will cause more distortion, make it look prettier. But didn't that white, man, that really jumped in there and did something. Yeah, I got something. I noticed the rod is loose. So I decided to go in there and tighten it up, and look who gets epoxy all over his fingers. Okay, now this is the workhorse for me. And not only putting a chevron on there, I'm putting a foot long, 12-inch long chevron. And I'm using my new alignment tool that I built, the longest portion. I built two. This is the bigger one, because I'm going to make such a long chevron. Now I've already marked one side of the rod, so you get to see me mark the other side of the rod. 2-inch spacing. If you'll notice on the underside of the roller mounts there, I've got stick-on magnets. It's made for business cards. I don't know how many years I've had them. I've got a whole stack of them. But I put them on each rod holder, and my metal tools then I just stick them right to it, out of the way. That way I got room for the other 100 that's laying on the rod builder. Now I'm going to have to lay the rod on that marbling area, and it's cured, by the way. It's a full day or more cured. So I'm putting tape on there, and what I do is I put the sticky side up and then put a layer over that to hold it in, to protect the marbling. And really the area that the rollers are on, probably not going to be damaged. I didn't want to take a chance, but if I do still damage it, there'll be a wrap over that portion, a border wrap. So now we start the chevron. And yes, I've really speeded it up. I think this is 15 times, I think it's 15 times speed on this. If somebody wanted me to, I can actually make it slower so you could watch it. But you watch a 84-year-old guy who's got shaking hands do a chevron wrap, it really takes a long time, especially when it's 12 inches long. I'm using the basic colors on this. The reel is blue and gold construction, so I got a 3-color theme rod, or 3: black, gold, and blue. So the chevron's going to be black, gold, and blue, but I'm going to trim just a little bit in white, and also in the chevron in a silver. All metallic except for the white. The reason it's so difficult for me, all of these metallics are A size, and I usually use a D size because I can see them better and handle them better. So this is difficult for me. And I am using my little homemade thread bobbins, and they work pretty good. I could probably make them better, and I might do that one day. I have trouble with the tension on them. I have to keep stopping and bending them, making them tighter or looser, but they still do a pretty good job. Now what I'm doing now is that's a burnishing tool, and I have to go in there and pack the threads so they look pretty. And that's a lot of packing on that many wraps. Now see, I've already got the blue and the gold in place. Then I'm going in with a black and a white. Okay, let's go back and correct a little bit. The first layer is gold. Then next to the gold I put in 4 strands of black, 4 strands of white, and then I go in with blue. I think the blue and gold are 8 strands. Then 4 strands of white. Black is 4 strands, and then 4 strands of silver to finish it off. Now the important part of this situation is to cap the ends of the chevron. You can see the mess where you turn the wraps around on the tape and stuff. So you put some tape on there to hold everything in place. Don't want it to come. The first time I tried it, one on my first chevron, I cut the threads without taping off, and they exploded. So on these now I know you put the tape on, and then I go in there and cut them, feather them out, and then put the wrap in. And I use gold border to put the gold thread to put the border in place. I really think it come out pretty. And notice, if you would, I snuck the Hambone logo in. I got some paint pens off Amazon. $4 for 5. Golly, it was really cheap. But they do the job. So I got my Hambone insignia there, and I think it's probably going to go. This is my rod, so I'm going to dedicate the rod to the Lord, and there's going to be some scriptures on it. Not the words in the scripture, just the address and the book that they come out of. Clear epoxy going in. This is going to be permanent now. This is just first coat. Once the rod is completely finished, even the butt cap put on, then I'll go back in and put a thin second coat of epoxy over everything. Well, now it's time to put on what I call the jewelry. The beautiful gold guides, line guides. There's 9 of them in this set. And what you don't see is other videos of the first 2 times I put guides on this rod. Had a terrible, catastrophic epoxy failure each time. But once I found the problem, I was able to get back and get started and get things lined out. So each guide is set up as with the metallic blue and metallic gold inserts. Each guide will receive 1.25 inch wrap 3 of blue metallic and 2 of the gold metallic. Each gold metallic will be 8 wraps individually. And it's just a lot of handwork in that. I mean, the each gold band has to be done individually by hand and tied off. Anyway, it's a lot of work. Well worth it. I like the way it came out, the way it looks. And the new guides I got that had to replace the other guides because the other guides lost their gold color while I was removing the epoxy, the bad epoxy off the rod. These, on the other hand, are plated, not painted, and really beautiful, really nice looking, sturdy guides. The only drawback is the top of the foot on the guide has little ridges on it, and the A-size thread likes to get down in it and entrench itself, and really hard to pack the thread, but it all worked out good in the end. I'm only showing 2 eyes on this, not going to show all 9. I mean, that's just, it's the same thing over and over and over. I was joined with my son-in-law on this, my oldest son-in-law, and he, well, my only son-in-law, and he sat down and did one guide himself, and he did a bang-up job. I told him, I said, I'm jealous, man. I didn't pick it up that quick, but it came out good anyway. So we'll see as we go along here how we get these wraps in, get these guides lined up. I found that using the AC glue was a lot better than trying to use tape, rubber bands, or anything else. Just glue the guide down in place, or I had a mark with the white paint pen, lined them all out, spaced them out real good, and with the guide glued down, the wrapping was 50 or 60% easier, so I got that done. I did change one thing about these videos. My wife complained that I wasn't close enough with the camera to see the work that's being done on the guides. So I relocated the camera closer and did a little zoom in, although the zoom kind of took some of the quality away, but at least you can see what's going on. Packing the rod, the wrap, the thread wrap is very essential. And I got 2 tools that's really good for that, a burnishing tool and then a dental pick made out of metal that's really good for it. But when it's done where I have to pack from my left side, I found that my fingernail works best of all. So you're going to see a lot of that. Well, the guides are in place. Got the rod on the rotator, cleaned it up a little bit, and already started putting on epoxy. First coat will be from one end of the rod to the other, but there'll be a few areas that don't receive epoxy because of where the rod lays on the rotator. And that area I leave dry between wraps so I can fill it in and be level. Now for a good look at this pole. Got it sitting in front of the shop walk-in door. Show you how tall it is. 7.5 feet. It's actually taller than the door. I haven't leaned out at the bottom, but give you some idea what this thing looks like, and so you can see the colors in it. Really a beautiful rod. Hope to get it baptized soon.